Hello everybody, let me get onto the right camera for you. That's better. How is everybody? It is Thursday already. Thursday the 30th of October 2025, and that means it's day 30 of our Stamptober Christmas crafting marathon. My name is Kath and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. If this is your first time watching my channel, welcome, and if it's not, welcome back. Now let's see, and Evelyn's here. 20 degrees, it's 27. I just walked past the thing on the wall over there, the weather station on the wall, Evelyn. It says 27 degrees. I thought, oh, that's nice. It's actually nice enough to be warm in the house. Warm, not cool, warm. It's lovely. Home from shopping. Yeah, I like to do everything all at once too. Get it over and done with, and then the time is my own. Hi Barb, how are you? Glad you could join us. Sorry, I've got a touch of hay fever and my ears are popping, which is not good. It means I'm going to sound all echoey in my head. What the heck? Okay, second last day of Stamptober, second last project for the month. And it's a really cute one. We're going to play with the Gingerbread Man bundle and stamps, and I can't see, where am I going? Wrong way, sorry. Stamps and dies. This is a really fun set, really fun set. There is so much we can do with it, and I have absolutely had a ball playing with it and creating things and searching everywhere for different ideas and then turning them into something completely different, which is exactly what I did today. The card that inspired me is nothing like the card that we ended up with. So let me flip you down and I shall, ta-da, hopefully, there we go. We've got our Gingerbread Man. He's very cute. He's got little faces. There's 3 different styles of faces for him. There's a just round one, there's a smiley one, and there's the wink, which is rather cute. I thought the wink was rather cute, bit cheeky for Gingerbread Man. And of course he's got his little icing bits, buttons for his tummy, all come in. It's really lovely, and a couple of really nice little sayings that go with him. But it's the dies that are the star of this show, and I'm a bit nervous to show you this because I had a boo-boo. I had a big boo-boo with my dies. And look what I did. Can you see? I got him bent. You know what I did? I forgot to put the top plate on and ran it through the Big Shot, the die cutting machine without the top plate on. Still cut beautifully, and it still does cut beautifully, but now he's a bit bent. Uh-oh. But this die is really cute because it actually it cuts out 2, and there's a join in the middle, so you can fold it and actually have a gingerbread shaped card. And then there's all the little elements that go with it too, like his bow tie and candy canes and what are they, gumdrops, a hat, lollipops, all sorts of things. So we'll use some of them today. There's quite a few elements in this bundle. In this card, but they're all pretty straightforward. So let's get Mr. Gingerbread Man out of the way and let's get started. Okay, this is what we're going to end up with. It's just a standard card base. So it's 21 centimeters by 14.5, scored at 10.5. And we've matted up, double matted the inside and put a grading in. But I've added a mat that I really want to change because I don't like the red so much anymore. Too much red. But we can do that easy enough. Little candy cane, little bow tie, gingerbread man. I've put him on a bit of a biscuity base thing, I think it's supposed to be, with a ribbon. So there's a few bits and pieces, but they're all fairly straightforward. There's no great mystery to using putting them together, and no great skill required. If I can do it, anyone can. So here we go. I've got them all cut out and ready, except that I am going to change that, if I can. Oops. Maybe not. Can I reach? We'll see how it goes. This is our card base. So we'll fold it and grab the bone folder and throw it over the camera. Goodness me. Oops, everything's going everywhere. Burnish it on both sides. Now I'm going to sneeze. Oh my goodness. What a day. And I will do the inside first, like I like to do. So I am double matting it again. I had someone ask me and sort of nicely tell me that it was a waste of cardstock to double mat. Well, maybe it is. I double mat for a couple of reasons. One is because it looks nicer, and another one is because it makes the card sturdier, so it stands up better. The inside of the card sturdier. Hi, Joy. So it stands up better and displays better, because if all the weight is on the front of your card, the back's not going to hold it up. Now this one's really easy. We just did a little simple stamp and punch out with a circle punch for the inside of this one. I am going to carefully make sure that I have that they are even. White on white's a bit tricky, isn't it? There we go. Let me get my hockey puck and give it a push down. Now, I could, if I wanted to, have cut out the middle of that first white piece. But again, I want it for the sturdiness. I want it to add body to the back of the card. Now, for the sentiment, I stamped Season's Eatings and punched it out with a circle punch, and then I just thought it looked a bit meh. So I punched out another circle using and it's retired unfortunately. Where is it? Just scroll it, you won't be able to find it. Oh, it's way down there. It's 2 3/8 scallop punch. It's this one, 2 3/8 inch scallop punch. So you could use a 2 3/8 circle, or you could use 2 1/4 circle if you wanted to, or you could just put it on a square or whatever. Now, because it's going inside, we're just going to lay it down with the double glue and try and center it up a bit. There we go. I've used pecan pie ink for all the stamping on this card. Is pecan pie. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Yeah, pecan pie. And I sort of like it a bit on the angle like that. You can do you and have it however you like. So that's the inside of our card done. Now, pop that aside for a moment and work on these other elements. Now, I'm going to, I actually think, I'll bring that card back in, I actually think it would look nicer like that, is what I'm thinking. So I might cut a piece of that instead of the red, instead of the real red. We can lay it up and see what it looks like. So we're going to go 10 centimetres because it's a mat. So we lay it up at 10 centimetres, lining it up. I'm cutting up so that I'm cutting towards the ledge at the top, and that will hold the card in place and help it to stay straight. And then the same on the 14 centimetres for this mat. Okay. Let's see what it looks like. Right, that. Probably trim him down a little, maybe. I like the length. Maybe we can just make him a wee bit narrower. So we can do that. See, I change things all the time. I rarely make two cards that are the same. So that is 7. Let's make it 5. 5 centimetres wide. That gives us a strip we can do something else with. Okay. And that will work just as well on there. Then we've got our gingerbread baby, like so, with all those bits. Oh, maybe it could be soft sea foam. That's the other colour that's in this paper, soft sea foam. Well, let's see what that looks like. I have some over here. We used soft sea foam yesterday too. Actually, got a piece. Here we go. Let's try the soft sea foam, might look better. It's 14, so let's do 10. Up. Sure, that's 14. More than 14, there we go. Tiny sliver. If you could change the colour of the card base. It could change the colour of the card base, not do green. Oh, no, we can't, because I've already started it. All right, that might look better. Let's do that maybe. I might like that. I'll try it and see. All right. So we'll just stick this down. It's just a mat. Just a mat. We'll get all the mats done, and then we can work on building our gingerbread man. Up there. This is from the Christmas tags and more specialty paper pack. It's a 6x6 paper pack that we've used a lot this month. I'm running down on it. I'm getting through it. So it's one of my challenges is if I buy new paper, I have to use all of it. Right, with this piece, it's just a piece of crumb cake with a daggy bit there that I use the deckled rectangles to cut out. Now, deckled rectangles are retired, and I'm really sorry about that because they are just really pretty. Really, really pretty. I'm thinking I'm going to turn that like that. Now what I did was I got my pecan pie and I inked the edges. So we'll do that with a sponge dauber. You can use whatever you've got. I just ink the edges. And it's obviously a bit darker than the crumb cake, and that's fine. I don't mind that look. I was really happy with it. Gives it a bit of an aged look, and I'm happy with that. So there we go. Now, have you all got your newsletter today? It went out this morning. It went out at 11 o'clock. I got the notification that it had gone out. So I was happy with that. And it has all the information for the upcoming classes in it. There we go. Just like that. Just a little thing. And I have to say, it's little things that take our cards from nice cards to really nice cards. Now, I stamped the gingerbread man onto crumb cake and used the die to cut him out. I added the buttons and the eyes to the stamp to the block before I stamped him, so I didn't have to come in and do it later. And I stamped him in pecan pie. I think he's quite cute. I'm not going to ink his edges. I could, if I want to, I could probably fussy cut and give it a bit more of an offset, but I don't want to. I quite like it the way it is. So we're going to pop him there, but before we do, we're going to build him up. So we've got his little hat, his little beanie, and his little bow tie. Has 3 pieces to this little bow tie. Do not do not lose that little piece. That's the knot. There you go. And his candy cane. And you'll notice this candy cane is white on red, whereas this one is red on white. Because when you die cut it, I'll show you, it's actually a double die. So it's a double die. So you cut one in red and one in white and then alternate them. Something just landed on my knee. There we go, one of the icing squiggles. Joy says a harder challenge would be to use up the new and some of the old. I don't know, Joy, because I can tell you, having done this 3 times now, where I've bought a paper pack and concentrated on using every last single bit of it before I could open another one, it is hard. It is hard. Really, really hard. You can mix and match them, I suppose, but when you consider that from a 6x6 paper pack, there's usually 48 sheets of paper, so you're going to get at least 48 cards out of it. If you're not doing, slice and stick, if you're going to do some sort of interesting fold or die cuts or something, it's a lot of work. The first time I did it was with the Irresistible Blooms suite, and it was so nice, so nice. But maybe that's something we could do. Maybe that could be a holiday challenge for us for January when we're not quite so busy. I'm going to put his hat on, but what I'm going to do is add a dimensional to the little pom-pom there, so it pops up a wee bit. So we'll stick his little beanie on him. You can put it wherever you like and however you like. It looks a bit jaunty with a bit of an angle, I think. So a bit of a cheeky sort of thing. And we'll leave him like that for the minute. And we're going to do his little scarf. And I cut the little scarf in Pretty in Pink. Pretty in Pink. And then the bows. Now, didn't do this with the first one, but we're going to do it with this one. I'm just going to put dimensionals there, and then take the backings off, sort of fold it in a bit, pop a little bit of glue on that, just on that little where the knot's supposed to go. Stick that down and then push the dimensionals into place. Where's my pokey tool gone? It just gives it a bit more, makes it a bit more realistic. And then we've got this little teeny tiny knot. Hard to tell which side's the right side and which side's not. Tiniest little dab. Like literally teeny tiny little dab will do. Could use my tweezers for this, couldn't I? And pop it in place, just like so. There we go. Knot's not quite straight, but it is now. Candy cane. A little dab of glue just on the stripes and it'll stick perfectly. Give it some on there. And see. There we go. Just lay it over the top like so. Just like that. And we're going to take some linen thread and we're going to tie a double bow. I cut about 30 centimetres to tie the double bow. So on your candy cane, like so. Oh, just a reminder, folks, the starter kit special finishes tomorrow. So if you like paper crafting and you like using quality products, I'll take my glasses off so I can see what I'm doing here. Just trying to pull the fat fingers. Sit. Through. Tighten it up. Just like so. There we go. And we can trim off the tails. And that's done. And that's going over that odd, so it's not as curved as that one because I had to trim it because that's where the fold was. So I'm going to pop that there over the fold so you don't see it. it down. All right. And I'm also going to pop a couple of dimensionals. If there's any left in this piece, there's one on there, maybe one down there. Now, like that. We need to do the ribbon for the bird. This is the really pretty, where is it? This is really, really pretty. It's the basic beige linen ribbon, bordered ribbon it's so nice. So nice. All right, I'm going to tie a bow now. Bring it up so that I can have even. And what I'm going to do, this made it easier last time for me because I'm not a good bow tire. I'm going to pop a glue dot on either end to hold the ribbon in place. Mini glue dot to the rescue. Now all I did was I just pulled it off with my finger, like so. Popped it down there on the edge. And then another one up the top. And pushed the ribbon into it to hold it in place. So much easier now. Before I do anything else, let's make sure we've got it reasonably straight. Up, down, bring it up. It also helps to hold it on the inside. Now, I had to turn it around this way so I could get the bow going in the right direction. Oh, I didn't want the bow going into the card. I wanted the bow going out of the card. There we go. Do that. Because it's so soft, it's really easy, she says, making a hash of it, to tie. Go like this. It is double-sided, so that's a good thing because as it twists when you pull it through, you don't have to actually worry too much about it. Keeping it straight because it's double-sided. Choose how big you want your knot and then just play with it till it's where you want it to be. Trim your ends. I don't mind if they hang off a wee bit. There we go. Okay. You can pop a glue dot on the back of the knot if you want to hold it in place. Just stops it from wobbling around so much. No. Not. Push it down. There we go. All done. So now all we've got to do is decide how we're going to do that. And let's do that. And then add our, lay it out first is what I want to do. So that I can go this way and this way. So a bit, over a bit. There we go. All right. Sort of tells me where I want it to be. Thank you, Evelyn. I feel like when our children were small, every year I made a gingerbread a gingerbread house of some kind. Usually sort of Australian themed, of course. It's my family, had to be. Take the backings off your little doilies. And I'd let the kids decorate it. And they'd just go crazy. And of course, when they were really little, they were very colourful. As they got older, they were probably more sophisticated, but they were always still a whole lot of fun. And it was super simple because I just made gingerbread and I made it in my Lamington tin. And we just, yeah. Alrighty. So it's a little bit different. Now because we've changed, I might use the green. These are the traditional sparkling sequins from the traditional Christmas. I really like these. I really, really like them. Right there. And we can put another there. And let's do another big one. It's not quite a triangle, but it will do. And there you go. It was super easy. Super, super easy. Few bits and pieces, a little bit of die cutting. I had to cut the gingerbread man, the hat, the bow tie, and the candy canes, but otherwise it's all just pretty straightforward. You can make your cards look really, really good without a lot of fussy stuff. It's just the way you layer them up. It's literally just the way you layer them up and choosing your colours. I am not very good with colour choosing. I will be first to admit I will revert to the colour wheel often. There's my colour wheel. I will use my colour chart all the time, my colour coach, and to see what works and what doesn't, because what I think works often doesn't to other people. I might like it, but they don't. So it's a handy thing to have. Takes me back to my school days. But that's part of the beauty of Stampin' Up, isn't it? Because all the colours coordinate and match. You've got the cardstock that will be the same as any DSP with soft sea foam in it, which will be the same as the stamp pad, and the blends, and often the embellishments, ribbons and bling and stuff will all coordinate. And that's really, if you are colour challenged like I am, that is a really good thing. Really, really good thing. And perhaps it's another reason to join my team, so that your products that you use for your card making and your scrapbooking and your gift making coordinate. Alrighty. Tomorrow is our last day. And I was thinking about Sunday night, and I think that we will, Lacey Dog just came in. I think that on Sunday night, I'll leave these down so you can have another look at them. On Sunday night, I think we will do a mega Stamptober reveal of all the things we've made together this month, because there's quite a few different things that we've all put together and made. So I thought if we do that on Sunday night, that will be a nice end to Stamptober, and then we can start our Scrappy November, and we can get some, there we go. Is that better? Slightly. Oh, well, what the heck. Look at the mess behind me. Don't look at the mess behind me. Oh, my goodness. then we can start November with our scrap challenge, which will be really good. And we have another thing coming up in November that will probably be a 2 or 3-parter, another mega sort of marathon project that I'll be telling you more about next week. I'm a bit excited about it. Hannah has been helping me with that. So there you go. Alrighty. If you are not already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It just means that we can notify you when there's a new video or we go live. And if you aren't subscribed to my newsletter, there's a link down there. Click on it and subscribe to the newsletter. It's free too. The other thing that I would really appreciate is likes. When you like the channel, like the video, YouTube, it helps boost us in the YouTube rankings. And there's like a gazillion channels out there, and there's a bazillion of them that are about stamping and paper crafting. So it's pretty hard to find if you're just, not sure what you're looking for. So anything we can do to boost us in those rankings would be really good. And of course, if you know someone that might like to know how to make the Gingerbread Man card, or might like to watch the rest of Stamptober, because there is a whole playlist for Stamptober, or any of the other videos on the channel, send them the link by clicking the share button. Easy. 3 things you can do for me that don't cost you anything, take maybe a minute at the most, but it has such a big impact on our channel, and I really, really appreciate it. All right, I will be back tomorrow. I'm looking up to make sure I've not missed any comments. Thank you, Evelyn. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. I've had a really fun time. I really enjoyed this month. And it's been really good because I've had to focus every day, devote some time every day to crafting. It's been wonderful. I'll be back tomorrow with the last day of Stamptober, but until then, have a wonderful afternoon and evening, and I will see you tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 p.m. right here on Stampin' Among the Gum Trees. Bye.